Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Our subject for this afternoon is assessment of learning 2. For this session, we will discuss the functions of grading system and reporting system. So what is a grading and a reporting system? When we say grading system, it is used to assess the educational performance of a child, which is entirely based upon points. Okay, in a grading system, we tend to record every scores from the evaluation or assessments that we have given to the students. So grading represents the teacher's evaluations of the student's performance. It may be low score or higher score. It is based on the student's performance. So the reporting system is how the results of those evaluations are communicated to the parents, students, and other members of the school and other stakeholders. Good reporting is based on good evidence. So you must have a complete evidences kung ano yung mga score, kung ano yung mga activities na binigay nyo, they have to be recorded so that you will have a good evidence of your report card or your grading sheets. Yeah, para may maipakita tayo kapag may, mga parents na nagtanong. Okay, for a grading system, it is, how the learners', progress are being, reported. So tignan natin dito, meron tayong descriptor, the grading scale, and then the remark. So in the Philippines, it is common to have a failing remarks when your grade does not meet the expectation or is below 75% or 75 points. Yan, yung mga failing grade natin. And then higher than 75 or equal to 75, okay? Ang equal to 75, passing grade na rin yan. We have a descriptor, outstanding descriptor for 90 to 100 grade, very satisfactory 85 to 89, satisfactory 80 to 84. So this is commonly used lalo na sa mga high school. Pero ang mga school meron sila sarili-sariling grading system. Yan, we will discuss it later. Yan. For example, ito pa, sample report card. Minsan sa mga public school, ito yung format din nila. Minsan Tagalog, minsan sa mga private school, English naman. Ayan. Okay. It is also a mode of enhancing the students' learning. Through clarifying instructional objectives for them, we can show students' strength and weaknesses. We can provide the information on personal social development, enhancing students' motivation, and indicating where teaching might be modified. Kapag may mga grades silang mababa sa mga subject, pwede natin i-focus lalo. Sa mga susunod na exam, doon sila mag-focus, baka nagkulang sila ng pag-review dun sa mga subjects na yun. Kaya sa mga report card nila, nakikita lahat ng grade ng subjects nila. And also their personal social development. 'Di ba meron tayong, tinatawag na, behavioral scores, GMRC, 'yan kasama 'yan sa other half ng card nila, lalo na sa high school and elementary. In reporting, to, parents or guardians, grading and reporting systems also inform the parents and the guardians of the students on their progress. Yan, on their, progress of learning, 'di ba? Makikita ng mga students na, mga guardians natin, hindi lang students, pati guardian natin. Kaya yung mga class, card nila pinapapirmahan din natin sa mga parents, to ensure that the parents, know their grades, 'no? Hindi lang students, hindi lang tinatago ng mga anak nila kung bagsak sila, hindi nila kayang itago kasi pinapapirma natin yung mga report card sa parents nila. Lalo na sa high school. So, sa high school, mahihiyain na yung mga students natin Lalo na kapag may, mga mababa silang grades o puwede na lang itago sa pensi na 'yun. So, para maiwasan 'yun, 'yan, pinapapirma natin sila. Administrative and, guidance uses, ayan. Um, yung mga administrative offices sa schools, siyempre tinitignan din yung, report card ng bawat students to decide for promotion, graduation, honors, and athletic, eligibility. So, important din 'yan kahit sa athletic eligibility kasi 'di ba may mga scholars tayo, ah athletic scholars, tinitignan pa rin naman yung grades na hindi napapabayaan, 'yan. Reporting achievement to other schools or employers, 'yan kapag graduating na. Providing input for realistic educational, vocational, and personal counseling, 'yan, sa guidance kung saan ka magaling, kung ano yung, talent or skills mo. Kung magaling ka ba sa Math, sa English, and other subjects, puwedeng magkaroon ng counseling kung ano yung career, 'no, career na puwede mong, puntahan. Kung nahihirapan ka mag-decide, yeah, puwede kang magtanong sa guidance and counselor. So the major purposes of a grading and reporting system is to communicate the achievement status of the students to parents and others, and to provide information that students can use for self-evaluation and to select, identify or group students for certain educational paths or programs. So kasi 'di ba, inside the classroom, lahat ng nangyayari ay, student and teacher lang ang nakakaalam. So, kung anong activities ginawa niyo, kung anong score mo diyan, student and teacher lang ang nakakaalam nun. So, walang iba. So, para malaman siya sa labas ng classroom, we have to record the grades. So, hindi naman na ibig sabihin ng ire-record natin lahat ng galaw ng estudyante sa loob ng classroom, eh, kukuha na tayo ng video camcorder, re-record natin. No, it's not like that. So, by recording grades, malalaman na ng mga administration, ng principal, and, parents kung ano yung nangyayari sa loob ng classroom by just showing them their grades. So, malalaman na ng parents na kung kumikilos ba yung, students yung anak nila, kung nagre-recite o kung walang recitation, yan makikita rin sa grade. Kaya dapat, bukod sa transparency, we also practice, integrity and honesty sa paggawa ng report card natin. Okey, kung ano yung tamang grade, yun dapat yung ating nire-record. So yung, bigay ng additional grades, that is given, kasama din yan sa motivation ng teacher and also in the professional field, that is common, 'no, ma-encounter niyo rin 'yan as a education major, yung pagbibigay ng incentives sa students kung karapat-dapat. Okey, 'yan. To provide incentives, ayan, sinabi na natin kanina, to evaluate the effectiveness of instructional program. So, hindi lang naman na lahat, students yung, kumikilos, 'no. It is also for the evaluation of, how effective the instructional programs are, 'no. Kung, halimbawa may inintroduce yung, school or principal or the DepEd 'no, na bagong program na in-adapt natin sa curriculum natin, so we can have the evaluation kapag nagpakita ng grades, kapag nakita sa grades yung resulta kung tumaas ba o bumaba, yan. To provide evidence of a student's lack of effort, siyempre 'di ba? Yan yung una naman kapag, siyempre 'pag laging late, yan siyempre sinasabi ng teacher, "Oh, bumaba ka dito sa attendance kasi lagi kang late." So meron ka na agad na record 'no, tardy, ayan. And then absences. So, it lacks effort and also the assignments kapag kulang, 'di ba? As a teacher siyempre, aside from reminding your students na gumawa sila ng, assignments and activities, you can also, um, para hindi sila bumagsak 'no, kasi may mga students na gano'n lalo na sa high school, hindi natin maiwasan na ayaw talagang gumawa. So now kasi sa DepEd, mahirap ng magbagsak ng, students, because of, mass promotion na tinatawag natin. So lahat ng, intervention, lahat gawin niyo pumunta kayo magkaroon ng home visit, kausapin yung parents niyo, talagang wala pa rin, hindi kikilos yung student kung ayaw talaga nila. And, it's a waste of effort, sa side ng teacher kasi 'di ba ginawa mo naman lahat and then may student pa rin talaga na ayaw mo. Eh, sa side niyo imbes na mag-waste pa kayo ng ibang effort kung talagang hindi siya pinayagan na bumagsak 'no, sa administration, sa school, hindi talaga siya pinayagan na bumagsak, kailangan gawin mo lahat. At the end of this school year, tandaan niyo, teacher pa rin kayo 'no, nandiyan pa rin kayo sa school. Yang student na ipapasa niyo ngayon dahil sa batas, sa pasang-awa, ipasa niyo na, okey, 'no? Wala kayong, magagawa kasi 'yan yung power nating teachers, so kulang tayo sa power na kung sino yung hindi talaga dapat ipasa, need nating ipasa, no choice, okey, 'no? At the end of the school year, bilang teacher, ikaw pa rin yung panalo kasi, makakapag-stay ka diyan sa school mo, 'no? 'Wag mong isipin as a regret or konsensya mo na ipasa yung student. It's their lack of effort. At the end of the school year, wala silang natutunan. Hindi sila nagpasa ng mga appropriate activity, hindi sila naging responsible, kawalan ng students yun, okey? So, it's their loss kung ayaw nilang gawin. So, that's our, references, okey? For the next, lesson, we have types of grading and reporting, yeah. So in types of grading, we have introduced earlier, grading is an education process of applying in standardized measurements of varying levels of achievement in a course. Yan. So meron tayong standard na sinusundan, may grading system. For example, meron tayong grade type dito, we have the letter grade. Yan. Letter grade, makikita niyo outstanding, excellent, very good, good. So letter yung makikita niyo imbes na number, 'yan. O, A plus, B plus, et cetera. So the point of, types of, grading is to have a standardized grading para makita natin kung sino yung mababa, sino yung, angat, above average. So we have here the percentage grading, use of percentage scale, letter grading, use of a series of letters, standards or absolute standard, grading, we have, comparing students' performance to pre-established standard of performance. And also we have the narrative grade or writing comments about students' achievements. In comments, teachers either use numbers or letters. Okay. Ayan. Next, we have the norm reference grading. The type of grading teachers compare student achievement of his or her peers. So mastery grading, we have the grading of students as master or passers when their attainments reaches a pre-specified level and a pass or fail. So ito naman yung pass or fail, two levels lang siya. It's either you pass or you fail. Okay, when reporting, okay, ito yung introduce natin kanina. You report the grades to the parents. You will have the parent-teacher conferences. It is a reporting system to develop policies and procedures for the preparation of student progress and achievement. We have the types of reporting, the informational, analytical, and routine reporting, and special report. Okay, informational reporting represent or presents results so readers can understand particular problem or situation. So, meron siya descriptions, so informations. Yan. Kung yung mga tinatawag natin na deficiency report, okay, kung saan siya nagkulang, may project ba or activities na kulang. Next, we have the analytical reporting. The type of reporting represents results analysis that draw a conclusion. In this type of reporting, the teacher use graphs. Yan, para magkaroon tayo ng presentation about the overall progress report. Next, we have the routine reporting based on regular basis, hourly, daily, weekly report. So this type of reporting make regular report of their student progress in school or in class. So hinihingi din yan lalo na sa high school. And also we have a special report. So related to a single occasion or situation. So kadalasan dito kapag yung mga student na ah pinagdedesisyonan, so pinapatawag ng principal kung ida-drop ba or magkakaroon ng promotion, 'yan. Nagkakaroon tayo ng special report, yan promotion and acceleration. Okay, next we have, formal reporting, official report card in detailed information, informal reporting, person to person communication. So like, teacher-parent conferences, meetings to discuss their students, mga one-on-one, yan kinakausap tayo ng parent ng students, ayan. And parents, teachers conference reporting, a short meeting between parents and okay, that's all, for today. Thank you for listening.